Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to Myst III Exile. It's only the smallest amount of a spoiler to say that the Exile in this game is our book thief, and we have some more pages of his journal, so let's read it. I guess his name is Savadro. Focus, Savadro. You must not let the fog come and swallow you. There are long spells, I think days, maybe months at a time, when I can't remember what I've done. The fog rolls so thick around me, even if I hold my hand in front of my eyes, I barely see it. The strain and strain and strain, but nothing sticks. I think his sons came to visit us twice on Narayan. So if the sons came twice, that explains a little bit. The first time Atris asked me to meet them, he told me that they would come through the book. He says they will not understand how your words fit together, but they will use them to open the shield. Narayan, he says, is where their lessons come together. Narayan is the sum of what they must learn. I remember. Tomorrow is carving a spirit mask into the tree the day the boys arrived. She tugs my sleeves to get attention, points at a glide ship in the sky. I'm shocked by how young the boys appear. They look so much like their father, yet they are different somehow too. They are more impatient, and they are angry not to be treated like men. I take them to our home. I tell them I will teach them how to care for it. It says together we will encourage the lattice tree to grow tall. They ask me why they have to work so hard. They tell me, no, Salvador, that was later. That was after Atris. So he's getting confused. Took them away. You know this. Because when you see them saying these things, they are older. Their faces have become angled and hard. They must have grown up into men. And something dark in their eyes. They tell you they've come back to fix Narayana. So, yeah. So they did come to Narayana with Atris to learn the lessons of these puzzle planets and puzzle ages, and then they came back at a later time and potentially screwed up the whole world. Might be stuck here. I might just have to brute force the puzzle because what I'm not really seeing is that third puzzle. There should be one though. Let's see. Is it this way? I guess maybe it is. And here we have another painting by our book thief. With, I don't know what that is, bobbing in the water. If that's something important or not. It's weird that we can't zoom in on this. And so here you have the two suns. And then the lights. Then boats. Little lantern boats. So these paintings are trying to tell the tale of what the sons did. I guess it makes sense though. It kind of makes sense more than Riven did, because in Riven you have this case where you went from the sons being the bad guys to the father being the bad guys. At a certain point, Atris is going to run out of family to be at war against. So in a typical video game, what you would have happen is you would have one main bad guy. Bowser's been Mario's main bad guy for dozens upon dozens of video games, so they really should have established something like that, and they never really did in the Myst series. You always run into a different antagonist, if you run into an antagonist at all, in every game. But unlike the first game, you never really run into a scenario where it's very much questioned what's going to happen or who the antagonist is. It's only in the first game that you have that amazing twist, and then all the other games you really couldn't have pulled the same trick twice, but you could have tried for some trick and they didn't. Right. I don't particularly see anything changing here. That's the problem. Like, I don't see this path or platform. Maybe we climb up here. Oh, we do. We climb all the way up. Okay, well, I can see why that was. He's in the Myst. I guess these are kind of just fish or plants that we're seeing in the ground, in the water. They probably don't have any real role. Right. So we have a crystal here. We've got all of these other patterns, and it seems like we can walk on all of these just fine. We can turn things off. Let's see, what are we doing here? The sounds are different. And I don't know if I clicked the right one or not. I don't know how any of this is supposed to really work. This is crazy. Is this supposed to be a sound puzzle? Now, I'm standing in a magnetic field and it's vibrating me. Okay. I think I kind of get the idea here. Is what we're trying to do is magnetize and accelerate the ball. Maybe. It's just gonna be a lot of walking back and around though at this rate. Like, it's just asking a lot. Could I put it on this one? Yeah, I have no idea. I suspect this might be the last one, so maybe it should be there? I don't know. Can I walk down onto these hexagonal pawns, whatever they are? I don't think quite yet. But I can walk on these. Which I think this might just take me to a completely different area with a completely different puzzle. So all the effort I just spent switching all of that around may not have mattered. No, it won't reset or anything. It'll just require me to run around. And this is something. Is this perhaps a shortcut we found? Let's see. I think there was a lantern here, but I guess maybe not. Hey, this is a shortcut. So, and these are the rocks that were floating with the magnetism. So, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Although, still kind of short one puzzle. Feels like I need two of them. But I bet it's somewhere over here. Okay, we've got a gate. And we've got something that looks like something. And that's about all I can say. Let's give this a try. So we have pegs that we can place. What happens if we just pull this? This is going to float up again and magically teleport in a ball. It's going to land there, and then it's going to rotate until it hits what? Nothing. Okay. So peg the first one here. Let's say that tosses that there. Let's go 1, 2 here. Let's say it tosses that there. Then let's go. I guess we're trying to maybe land on this one. So let's see what this does. Yeah, all of these puzzles seem to be 100% figured out. Just brute force the puzzle. So, first peg spins it around. Second peg shoots it in the air and smashes it. Third peg. Then everything just resets and we have to watch it. Okay, so first peg does that. Second peg or this peg. I mean, you kind of have to shoot it, or we have to shoot it later. Maybe we only need 2. Maybe you only need, yeah. Theoretically, you would only need 2. So it's in one rotation. And only the side with the ball rotates. So. Okay, I see. Some of these don't work. Okay. So it starts here. It's got to shoot up at some point. Let's try there, which would then put it 1, 2 going back this direction. Which probably won't work, but let's say it does. Then I'm gonna go back 2 and I still don't really see where a third peg works as a part of the solution. It's pretty obvious now that you should have seen these puzzles before you saw the balancing one, because this makes a lot more sense. So that throws that to that. And if I can get this to bounce a little bit later, because I guess we're trying to get it to land there. So that worked. And then this went 1, 2 and shot it up. So I needed to go 3, 4. I think 4 might be it. They needed to think of a better system for this, though. What you could have done is integrated the fact that this platform is raised up with the idea that that the pagoda top that is summoning the balls, make that. There we go. I did it. What else did I need to do? Yeah, so if this magically flew when you raised the platform to over here and the ball started, even if it started right here and it was just floating there and would drop every time, that would be more appreciated. So we did that, and then am I at that point supposed to, I mean, I guess my only option would be to put it there, wouldn't it? Let's see how this works. We should keep an eye out to see if maybe there's a faster way to do this. Because, yeah, I could do it on the first step instead of that. But if I did do it on the first step, that would just make it more difficult. Alright, so I've missed something here. And like all of these puzzles, I keep trying to solve them without finding out what the thing that needs to be changed is, because clearly there's a thing that needs to be changed. And here we have some more notes. The memories flood over me too fast. They race around inside my head, filling my soul with despair. And the more I think about how nothing can be done, how no one can be alive outside his shield, the faster the fog rushes in. I can lose myself in the fog. When it's thick enough, I can let go and be safe. I can start to forget, but I must not forget. I must remember every lie they told my people, how they manipulated us all to get what they wanted. They told me they had come to fix my world. They asked me to arrange a meeting with the elders. The books they carried in with them showed other worlds, beautiful places where people didn't have to work so hard to survive. They told my people that Atris had written these books, that he had written Naranya, but he had made our world unstable. They said he wanted to make us slaves to the tree. They asked me, "You remember? Don't you remember, Salvador? Our father wrote this world to teach us, to show his sons what an age shouldn't be." I don't know what to say. I don't know how it could be true, but why would they lie? Why would Atris have lied? The worlds they showed us in those books, the elders refused to believe them. They say we cannot abandon the tree. For thousands of years we have tended the lattice roots. Without our traditions we will die. I don't want us to die. I don't. But Cirrus and Aknar said they would come back, Salvador, just like Atris once said to you as well. He said he would have come back, but he didn't. Then he didn't. He didn't. And for that, you still have to make him pay. So, I'm starting to suspect I might have missed some journal pieces in the previous world. It is possible. But what is the story really trying to tell you here? That Atris is the bad guy? Is that really something we would fall for and believe? Or be willing to accept in Myst III? Well, honestly, if you had a character who was potentially a bad guy, your Atris is right up there, I think, with Albert Wesker. You could see maybe a bit of that, but not enough for it to really be believable. I thought there was another path here, but I'm not seeing it. And see, the problem here is you've got all these things that look like stair steps. Like, every bit of logic tells me this should be climbable, but this is not a game where you climb. And that's where you would have an opportunity to give some characterization to the character you're playing as. Is you could try to climb somewhere and have a response like, "Oh, my old knees would never let me climb that," or "I'm too old for this," or "I'm too much pain," or something like that. Yeah, it does from this perspective look like this is stairs climbing, but no. So so we have a puzzle that doesn't seem like we can change, because if there was something we could change, it would be somewhere close to this, wouldn't it? So yeah, it really feels like we just have two puzzles we're gonna have to brute force. Unless there's something we missed walking all the way around here. I guess Myst is kind of an ironic name for this game series, because missing things is totally a possibility. Like, every single piece of this puzzle so far has been around the idea of finding things. I don't think I could send this elevator up without me standing in it to see if maybe there was a secondary path. This might be a point where Presto software just did not have the ability that I would say Cyan does to make a game consistently puzzly. So we can climb up here. Did we ever go this way? Yeah, we totally came this way. Let's go back up here. This. Nice and quiet as soon as we got here. So we changed some of the patterns on this. And we'll see what happens now. So we've got buttons still. 2, 3, 4. And it just lights everything when you start it. That worked. Click, 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 click. So let's pull this one more time and just look without clicking at any buttons and see if the button presses did anything. Or if they're not connected. It goes to the middle thing. This time it doesn't crash. It hits that and it crashes because it's going the wrong way. And the clicking doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Okay. I think I kind of got this, but I'm not 100% certain. I may very well have to come and activate a lot of these puzzles a second time. That's the way down. That's the way down. Walk through here. This is a lot of walking. A lot of walking. Walk up here, climb up here. Okay. So we go, it goes through here first. And that points to that one, which is the first one that is touched in the pachinko machine. Unfortunately, this then somehow gets electrified and goes up to, I think, this one. And so this is an invisible sound barrier that I guess is the next one. And then this should go this way, making this the third one. I might have to flip some of these around too. So far it's alternating, it feels like. So then this won't go that way, and it won't come from that way, and it won't come from that way, so it's got to go this way. And so then this, it's got to be the fourth one. See, that's like even different sound. Then we go through here to our final barrier, which is here. I had already set that. So now it might come down to pushing buttons. But I think I have the timing right, at least. Maybe in a new Myst reboot, if you were going to make that, and I speculate about that because, like, Cyan probably is not. They're probably going to move on to making games like Abduction, which are in the spiritual vein of Myst, but not tied into any of the backstory or nostalgia there. Because it is a double-edged sword. Like, people, if you make a new Myst reboot, people are not going to all be happy with whatever you deliver unless it's just the best game ever. Alright, we're going to try and keep an eye on the flickering lights while this is happening too. But if you were going to make one in this speculative fiction, yeah, it's working. We did it. That's all we needed to know. And so now we have another piece of the puzzle to draw. Yeah, I would maybe let people swim and wander around more freeform. Honestly, I don't think in any of the Myst puzzles it really changes anything if you could wander around free. That's why real Myst worked, is it really didn't matter. Sure, these stationary images might point you in the direction that you're intended to watch and look at, but that's kind of it. Guess I could be playing in zip mode, but who would want to do that? Not right now, at least. Maybe if I was going to play it a second time for some reason. But then there's no achievements or any real reason to do that. So, yep. I believe Myst 4 you do stop being in transitioning and teleporting from one to another place. Although, that, I guess, suppose if you were going to make a VR version of these games, it would be pretty easy. Because you'd have that teleportation ability already built in. That's basically what we're doing right now. But yeah, Abduction has you wander around and free walk, and that's not a big deal. Seriously? A pain in the butt. Because that means I'm gonna have to memorize all of these combinations. And I'm still not to that point because there's a third puzzle. So why did that reset? Just because the game wanted to, I suppose. And there's really no reason to go that direction. Wow, we're 5 minutes over again? I guess maybe because I decided to read another piece of the puzzle. The thing here is, unless I'm looking in a completely wrong direction, it just doesn't feel like there is anything you manipulate with this puzzle. Perhaps this was supposed to be the first puzzle and the easiest of them. Because, yeah. There's kind of nothing here. It's just this peg game. And no trickery where these platforms lift up and you're not supposed to be on them. So, what I think I'm not seeing is that there is this rail here. And it looks like maybe the ball is coming from this rail, and I need to convince it to fall down that rail. I am not sure how you would get it to do that. Oh, I guess what you do is you have it fall there, but I don't know how you would align that. Let's see. Because it would have to be something along the lines of well, I have no idea. Let's see, if we shoot that over and then on the 4th position shoot it back over, and then 2 more positions, that's too much. If we shoot that over immediately, I don't think that's gonna work. What if we do nothing? Yeah, we're not gonna get this done in this recording, unfortunately, but unless it takes us over 30 minutes to brute force something. That's weird, there's just it's like a cap. It's just like you can't put a piece here, which is exactly where you would want to put a piece. Alright. Well, another 30 minutes, 35 minutes have passed. Time for another save. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.